what are your areas of special interest or expertise?
Working-wise, I've had different jobs. I've worked in the public sector as a diplomat.
No, I'm now thinking in terms of political sort of interest and expertise.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's relevant. When I was a diplomat, I worked on aid and trade and politics. So all three of those areas are areas where I've got quite a lot of experience and expertise, having lived and worked in Africa and the Far East and Europe as well. So there's a natural bent there on business and commerce, the laws that come in from Europe, the legislation that affects business, our relationships with the world in terms of what we do to help the developing world on the aid side, and our trade with big and growing countries like China. I was British Trade Commissioner for China. So that's one area. I was also an airline manager, so aviation and the agreements that really decide which airlines fly to which places, and the management of airlines. I was general manager at Cathay Pacific Airways. That's an area that very much interests me. It's very relevant to what's going on today with strikes at British Airways. And aviation is a big sector for Gloucester. More on the aeronautical side, the manufacturing of the landing gear traditionally for the Airbuses, but recently Messier Doughty have won their contract to also supply them for the new Boeing aircraft, the 787. That's very important news, huge development. And they do them for the Eurofighter. So there are a lot of jobs at stake, including their suppliers. They've got about 35 local suppliers. GE Aviation, what was Smiths, also in the same sector. Purton's, the coating company, very much involved. So that's a key area, aviation and avionics. I suppose the other area, obviously, where I spend a lot of time is pensions. I ran a pensions business in the UK for the last few years. And pensioners, there are lots of them here. I'm always getting questions on pensions. Very important sector. And then lastly, really, as a result of my mother's dementia, mental health. We all had to get to grips with Alzheimer's, dementia. It's really the same thing. And that's a huge area for Gloucester. We're very lucky. We've got a very big mental health charity here, Barnwood Trust, which is doing some very creative, imaginative things. We've got a good branch of the Alzheimer's Society. And we've got a good mental health trust in the Together Trust, who are ahead of the curve in training carers on dementia, for example. This is going to be a big area for Gloucestershire, big area for the city. And there are some sensitive things. I lobbied for a long time to try and save Holly House, which was our own mental health hospital, from being closed, and mental health patients only being able to use Charlton Lane in Cheltenham. I think it was a good cause to fight for. We lost it for good reasons, but we don't yet know whether it's going to work, because Charlton Lane isn't fully open yet. It's coming soon. So 3.5 years on, we were told it had to be closed within 6 months. 3.5 years on, we don't yet know whether our new mental health policies in the county are going to work. We hope they will. So lots of different things. And my mother and my sister are teachers, so I'm big into education.